Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare and sometimes self-care. And today we are talking about moisturizers that pair really well with tretinoin. Now, you know I love tretinoin. I've been using it now. I'm going into my third year. I can't believe it. Time is flying by so fast. And I am so glad I made this decision for my skin. I mean, not only is it amazing for my well-aging goals, it really helps to keep my skin bright and even and help keep my pores clear. So like, I am all for it. But you know, the thing about tretinoin is it can make your skin really dry. And it definitely has made my skin much more dry over the years that I've been using it. So I've definitely gotten familiar with some great moisturizers that really help me to sidestep those drying effects. But I've got moisturizer suggestions in this video for everybody. I'm going to cover moisturizers for oily skin, combination skin, dry skin. So wherever you're at in your tretinoin journey, this video is for you. And before we get started, I want to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Agency. Now, I've been using Agency to get my tretinoin prescription through the mail for a couple of years now, and I just love how easy this is. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to make any appointments. I have my own dermatology provider through Agency who is monitoring my journey with tretinoin, keeping an eye on the percentages, keeping an eye on my skin, and making sure things go smoothly. And what I love about Agency is they provide a custom formula for your future formula. So it's not just tretinoin, it's really your all-in-one solution. So my custom formula has azelaic acid in it, it has niacinamide and tranexamic acid, and it really hits all of my other skincare goals along with tretinoin. So if you're ready to start your journey with Agency, I have a link. Put it on the screen here, but I'll also put it in the description box for you if you're curious, if you want to look more into it and see if Agency is the right fit for you to start your own tretinoin journey. All right, give the video a big thumbs up and let's jump right into those moisturizers. Moisturizers for oily skin. So I have to start it off with the Purito Oat-In Calming Gel Cream because this is one of the lightest gel moisturizers I've tried in a really long time. This is a very thin, lightweight moisturizer that is not going to overwhelm the oiliest of skin types. Because the thing is with tretinoin, it probably will make you a little bit more dry. It will make you a little bit more dehydrated. But like, hey, if you've got a lot of oil on your skin, don't expect that all of a sudden you're gonna have a dry skin type, right? So if you are like an oil machine, you probably are going to have to step up a little bit of light moisture in your skincare routine. You have your own unique kind of problem to solve with that, right? But don't think that you have to go to really thick and emollient creams. That's the traditional advice, but it may not suit your skin type. So always listen to your skin intuition. But I really like this gel cream for a couple of reasons. For the oiliest skin types, this is so light. The texture just like, it just kind of disappears into your skin. It offers a good amount of hydration though with glycerin, panthenol, and beta-glucan. These are amazing humectant ingredients to add a little bit more hydration, sort of replenish your skin because tretinoin can make you feel a little bit more dehydrated. It's great to get these barrier supportive, hydrating ingredients into your skin. But the layer is just so thin and light, and it really doesn't have that sort of like lock it in occlusive feel, which can be really overwhelming if you already have a lot of oil on your skin. So this is not going to feel like it's clogging your pores or oppressing your skin at all. It's very light, incredibly breathable, a good amount of hydration, and just enough, you know what I mean? Just enough to really kind of like hug all your skincare in, but not so much that it's going to overwhelm oily skin. Next is the Skin 1004 Centella Soothing Cream. Now, I always say this about the product. I'm like, don't get afraid of the word cream in this because it's actually a gel texture. It's actually a really refreshing gel texture with a lot of hydration to it. This is really replenishing for the skin, again, without overwhelming it. There's maybe a whisper of occlusivity, just enough to hug in your skincare, but it's not so much that it's sealing your skin off or contributing to your oil production. I think that this is a really excellent moisturizer for oily skin, but the reason I really like it for tretinoin use really comes down to the ingredients. The ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids in here, it's kind of rare. You know, in my experience trying a lot of different skincare, it's kind of rare to come across ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids in a moisturizer that has a true gel texture to it. They're usually creams, they're usually thicker, a little bit richer, and usually not suited for oily skin types, right? So this is a very unique product with ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. And the reason I like those for tretinoin tretinoin is because it keeps your moisture barrier strong. Tretinoin kind of famously can really test the strength of your skin barrier. And when your skin barrier is feeling weak, oh my goodness, you know, dehydration, extra dryness, inflammation, more breakouts, right? Irritation, the whole shebang. So we definitely want to keep that moisture barrier strong in any instance, but especially when you're using tretinoin, you do want to keep your eye on that moisture barrier to keep your skin healthy, strong, and so you can get all those benefits from tretinoin. The I'm from Vitamin Tree Water Gel is a longtime favorite gel moisturizer recommendation from me. And this is very different than the other two gel moisturizers that we just talked about that were very hydrating, but very light and breathable on the skin with minimal occlusivity. This is different because there's actually quite a bit of occlusivity to this, and you can see in the texture that it is thicker. While still being a gel, it's a thicker, heftier type of gel that actually offers a lot of hydration, a lot of plumpness to the skin, and this has a little bit more occlusivity, so it's really hugging in your skincare a little bit more. And occlusivity, you know, not only does it help keep all the good like skincare layers into your skin, but it also helps keep hydration into your skin. So if you have very oily skin and you're noticing more dehydration with your tretinoin use, you do want to seek out something that balances out your oil. It doesn't overwhelm your skin, but it does offer that occlusivity, that because that's actually going to fight that dry and tight feeling that you're getting underneath all your oil. A little bit of occlusivity goes a long way to holding and hugging hydration into the skin. So that's where I think that this moisturizer really shines. Its ability to be light, but also occlusive on the skin. My final recommendation for oily skin is different. This is more of a traditional cream texture, but I do think it still suits oily skin. So this is the Geek and Gorgeous Happy Barrier Moisturizer. Now this is interesting because it's got a focus on humectant ingredients like glycerin, but then we also have some barrier supportive elements like ceramides in here. But what I think is really unique about this is they have a true focus on replenishing your skin's lipid layer. Your lipid layer, your moisture barrier, that's what hugs all the hydration inside of your skin. And when you have a strong lipid layer, that's when your skin is able to fight the dehydration that tretinoin can cause on your skin. And so what I like about this is the lipids are very light. They're not overly rich, overly oppressive on oily skin, super thick and oily and greasy. This cream still maintains a really light feel on the skin. You get that hydration punch with the glycerin, but then they're using squalane oil, which you know is one of the lightest oils out there. It's very appropriate for oily skin. It's skin identical. It's safe for acne prone skin. So they're doing it in a really light way that is actually really suitable for oily skin, or even like normal and balanced skin types will really benefit from this because it's a really smart formulation that is focused on healthy skin. Next, let's move on to moisturizers for combination skin. And I want to kick it off with the Paula's Choice Rescue and Repair Intensive Moisturizer. So this is really focused on the skin barrier and the health of your skin. And this is very similar to the Geek and Gorgeous in terms of texture and even really in formulation. But this is, again, something that's on the lighter side for combination or imbalanced skin. I don't think that this texture is going to overwhelm oily areas, but I do think that it's going to be enough to start to balance out the dry areas on your face. This has a really nice punch of hydration to it. It feels really replenishing to the skin. And there is also a nice amount of moisture and occlusivity, which I didn't necessarily feel as much occlusivity with the Geek and Gorgeous. I mean, again, these two are very similar, but I do think that Paula's Choice is offering a little bit more of that hug it in, seal it in kind of quality. Again, we're still in breathable light territory, but the occlusivity is starting to step up as we move up in our skin types. And so I think that's where this shines, is it's really good at fighting dehydration from the occlusivity of this moisturizer, really hugging everything in. And with the focus on the barrier, this is going to be a running theme with all of my recommendations. It's really important to keep that barrier strong as you're progressing with your tretinoin journey. Next is the Purito Dermide Relief Barrier Moisturizer, and we're getting into our first like true traditional cream texture here. Ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids on the ingredients list. Yes, definitely something that I personally like to see when it comes to building a skincare routine around tretinoin. What I really like about this, especially for combination skin, again, a traditional cream texture, but it's not greasy. This still maintains an airiness to it while still being a cream. It feels like a whipped cream, if you will. And it really moisturizes inside of the skin, not on top of your skin. Because sometimes, and this really comes down to moisturizers that don't suit your skin type, right? But sometimes, moisturizers feel like they're just sitting in a layer on top of your skin, feeling like really greasy and really thick and never really properly absorbing into your skin. You will not run into that with this cream. It's got such a wonderful absorbency into the skin. It doesn't leave any shininess, greasiness, any type of like yuckiness at the top of your skin, but it really gets down deep into your skin and really nourishes it and comforts it while still allowing your combination skin to breathe. It's not oppressive, just a little bit of occlusivity to hug everything in. And I think this is really great if you are combination skin, but you're starting to feel like tretinoin's making your skin a little bit more on the dry side. If you're like borderline, this is going to be the right moisturizer for you. Moving up in thickness, another moisturizer I like for combination skin is the Pyunkang Ado Cream Blue Label. This is a longtime favorite moisturizer of mine and something that I used when my skin was struggling with irritation from irritating ingredients like essential oils. I used this when my barrier was feeling weak, and this is something that really strengthens your skin. Again, a traditional cream texture here, really similar to Purito, but I do feel that the Pyunkang actually has a little bit more occlusivity to it than Purito, making it a slightly better choice if your combination getting a little bit more dry, but still like traditionally combo, but you're also dealing with a lot of dehydration. You see the themes and what you should be looking for in products based on your skin concerns, right? So with more occlusivity, this is going to be the better choice for combination dry, dehydrated skin. And I like that this is a more minimal formulation too. I don't think that that's a hard and fast rule when it comes to building a skincare routine in general or, around tretinoin, but it can be helpful to keep things on the minimal side, especially if you're just starting out with tretinoin, because it can have so many side effects on your skin. Just to be on the safe side, you don't want to add in anything extra unknown into your skin until you know what tretinoin is doing to your skin. So I think that this can be a really nice, minimal, sensitive skin focused cream that keeps your moisture barrier strong and fights dehydration. And my final recommendation for combination skin is really getting us into that combo dry territory. This is the Cosrx Moisture Power Enriched Cream. And this is another longtime favorite moisturizer from me. I love the combination of lots of hydration. This really pumps your skin up with so many humectants, makes your skin so bouncy and juicy, and lots of emollient moisturizing ingredients. I mean, we've got like propolis extract in here. We have coconut oil in here. We also have ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids, and some of our favorite hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid in here and glycerin. So this has such a great like best of both worlds kind of feel to it. It plays full out in hydration. It plays full out in moisture. The occlusivity here is really good too. And even though we have some oil components in here, I don't find this greasy. I don't find this really emollient to the point that it's starting to feel heavy on the skin. This is a truly medium weight cream, but it just has that equal balance that combination skin is craving for, and a good amount of occlusivity to fight a lot of the side effects of tretinoin. Next, dry skin moisturizers, and I want to kick it off with the Aestura Atobarrier 365 cream. Now I love this because it's all about your moisture barrier, which is really like one of your main goals when building a routine around your tretinoin use. I've said this so many times, I know, but really you need to keep an eye on your skin barrier. I have to tell you, like, I've damaged my moisture barrier before I ever started using tretinoin. I know how bad it can get, and I never wanted that that to happen again. But I can tell you, once I started tretinoin, I could feel my barrier getting tested. And so it took a little trial and error, but I really built up a very strong moisture barrier strengthening routine. And now, you know, going into my 3rd year now with tretinoin, it's easy breezy. It's really easy for me to keep my skin strong, to keep my moisture barrier strong, and to get all the benefits of tretinoin without any of the side effects. I digress. I went on a little preachy moment there. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. But let's talk about this Aestura cream, because we've got ceramides, we've got cholesterol, we've got fatty acids, we've got some really great ingredients in here to keep your skin healthy with this really wonderful medium texture. This is the lightest of my dry skin recommendations, by the way, but it does have more of a medium texture. And again, a cream that does a lot of the moisturization inside of your skin, not on a layer on top of your skin. It doesn't have a ton of richness or butteriness to it. So if you're dry skin, but you're not really into the super duper rich, heavy creams, or maybe your dry skin appreciates a slightly lighter, less maybe thick cream, like in hotter weather, that's definitely me. This could be a really great option for you. It's got an amazing texture that just sinks into your skin immediately, just like melts into your skin with a really nice kind of like seal it in, hug it in type of quality. I love that feeling on my skin because I do also suffer with dehydration. So I love when my moisturizer just goes seals it all in. It makes my skin feel so safe and comforted. That's what this cream does. And I think it's a really great option if you're looking for a slightly lighter dry skin moisturizer. Now, Cerave moisturizing cream is a classic recommendation. I absolutely love it as well. Something that I've used for many, many years. And in many of the tretinoin routines that I've shared here on my channel, you see me using this one a lot. This for me is like a no-brainer for dry skin because much like the Aestura, something that does the moisturization on the inside, a really good amount of occlusivity to just hug everything in and make your skin feel so comforted and soothed. This is a medium weight cream that's very moisture barrier supportive. I mean, obviously Cerave is all about your moisture barrier, right? But what's really nice about this is it's not really, really, really rich. We're gonna get into some rich ones in a second. I promise you, things with some good oil content to it, lots of emolliency, lots of butteriness, lots of nourishment. This just borders on that. It doesn't have a greasy feel to it. It doesn't leave your skin looking shiny or feeling really heavy even. And so that's something that I really appreciate about this, because when I'm suffering with some dryness in the, middle of summer and it's hot and humid and I'm sweating, I don't necessarily want the richest, most buttery cream, but I do still want a hard-working cream. And that's kind of how I feel about Cerave. It's hard-working, it's utilitarian, it gets the job done. Next up is the Illiyoon Ceramide Ado Concentrate Cream, another like Kelly classic, right? Again, if you've seen my tretinoin routines here on YouTube, I'm either using Cerave or I'm using this, right? This is so good, and this is such a great alternative to Cerave because it actually does offer that emolliency and that richness and a little bit of that butteriness. This was recently reformulated, I think in 2021 or maybe at the very beginning of 2022. So the formula has changed, and what they changed in it actually made it a lot more moisturizing, a lot richer. They've added more oil components to this, so you're gonna get a lot more nourishment with this compared to Cerave. This feels really, really nice on dry skin. We've got ceramides, we've got cholesterol, we've got fatty acids, we've got the focus on the moisture barrier, we've got a focus on sensitive skin here. And by the way, everything that I've recommended in today's video is completely free of fragrances, essential oils, and drying forms of alcohol. All three category of skincare ingredients I would suggest avoiding as you're using tretinoin, because tretinoin does make your skin a little bit more sensitive and more prone to irritation. And those ingredients are like the three main culprits for skin irritation, right? So I haven't recommended anything with those three ingredients in it. And most of the things that I've talked about are going to be suitable for sensitive skin types. But anyways, Illiyoon, buttery, rich, emollient, nourishing, a comforting hug on your skin. But again, such great absorbency. You know, I think K-Beauty really nails texture so well, and this cream just like melts into your skin. It doesn't, for me personally, it does not leave a greasiness on the top of my skin at all. It just feels so comforting. It feels so good, and definitely something when my skin is feeling its driest, I'm reaching for this. But I do have one other cream for very dry skin types, and that is the Roche-Posay Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream, formerly known as the Lipikar AP Plus Balm. Oh boy, you want to talk buttery, rich, like emollient, thick, heavy, really soothing for the skin. This is it. If your skin is just peeling off from tretinoin, like we've all been there. If your skin is incredibly dry, flaking off, peeling off, really red, really inflamed, dehydrated, extremely dry, it hurts to smile, you know what I'm talking about? This is the one. Out of everything we've talked about, this is probably the one that you need right now because it is so moisturizing. So this also has a focus on the moisture barrier. We've got glycerin, which hydrates the skin, shea butter, which brings a lot of richness and emolliency to the formula. We've got ceramide NP and niacinamide. Those are actually skin strengthening ingredients. Really nice, thick. I would even call this a heavy texture, and that might be what you need. Like I said, if you can't smile right now, it hurts. Your skin is so dry, smiling hurts. You need a rich cream like this to really soothe and nourish, comfort your skin, hug it with all that moisture. So good. Now I have to say, like regular skin times, this is actually too thick for my skin. Ailing skin times, you know, when I probably put too much tretinoin on, more than the pea-size amount, like we've all done it. It's definitely a rookie mistake, but it does happen even years into your, you know, journey with tretinoin. I just did it a couple weeks ago. I wasn't really paying attention and I just put too much on my skin, and it definitely woke up the next morning, you know, feeling a little peely and a little dry. That's when I'm going to reach for something like this because it definitely moisturizes and soothes, and it feels so good when your skin is really ailing. And look, maybe like you can smile just fine, but your skin is just really incredibly dry. This is the cream for you. Thank you again to Agency for sponsoring today's video. If you're thinking it's time to start your tretinoin journey, I do highly recommend checking Agency out to see if it's the right fit for you. For me personally, it has simplified my skincare routine so much. The custom future formula is perfect for my skin. Every active ingredient, every exfoliating ingredient, every well-aging ingredient that I've been trying to throw at my face for years is in one little simple bottle in one application, and it's taken a lot of stress out of my life and given me so many benefits. So if you're ready to start your journey, please check out the link. I'm going to put it on the screen again, or check out the description box for more information and see if it's the right fit for you. So whether you're using tretinoin or not, I do want to know your favorite moisturizer, so let me know in the comment box below. If this video helped you, you watched all the way through, you've gotten to this point, but you're not subscribed to my channel, please wait, don't go yet. Please consider hitting subscribe before you go. I release a lot of new skincare content just like this video, and I do release full-length videos and shorts all throughout the week, so do consider turning on notifications so you're never out of the loop. I am so glad you were with me here today in this little corner of my bathroom talking about moisturizers. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.